Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
A really large record producer started making some calls about a singer he had working out of his studio. By the time all of the ink was dry, she was just shy of being legal. But that didn't stop the mogul. He liked to sample the new talent. He was sampling her on a fairly regular basis, but he was also involved with the current A-plus list singer who was in his face every day. And this could allegedly be Beyonce.
Jay-Z has not said a word in response to any of the allegations made against his close friend Diddy. That's because Jay-Z is an even more terrifying creature, according to Jaguar Wright. After learning of a terrifying blind item that claimed Jay-Z had slept with a singer who was signed to his label when she was a minor, Beyonce blackballed the singer's career. However, there are reports going around that this woman is not the only one who has been labeled a victim, and Jaguar is currently disclosing information on all that Jay-Z and Diddy have in common.
Leave her be. Leave her be. Because I'm not going to stop coming. You can fuck with her all you want. I'm not going to stop.
When Jaguar started criticizing Jay-Z, a lot of people thought she was crazy. But her story hasn't changed. She still says Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. But before we talk about what Jaguar said, let's talk about a recent blind item that was making the rounds on social media about singer Teairra Mari, who was signed by Jay-Z when she was 16 years old. Teairra was introduced to her by L.A. Reid, and she signed with Def Jam and Rihanna at the same time. L.A. Reid's memoir states that the label first believed Teairra would be a more well-known figure. However, Beyonce intervened and told them to focus on Rihanna. Reid said, Beyonce and Jay-Z happened to be at our internal company showcase. Performances were given by Ne-Yo, Black Butterfly, Rihanna, Teairra Mari, and 4 more girls. Teairra Mari had big expectations from us at the label. We paid her more attention, more time, and more attention to her. It rang a bell for me. However, Beyonce came up to me after the showcase and said that Rihanna lady, she's the real deal. According to this blind article, Beyonce acted in this way after discovering that Jay-Z was meddling with Teairra. The blind article claims that L.A. Reid slept with Teairra right away after discovering her. Remember that Reid is Teairra's senior by 31 years. Then it was said that Ray J had signed Teairra and was taking on the questionable responsibility of finding and signing up other female artists. The blind item states that Ray J took charge at that point and informed Jay-Z about Teairra.
No longer on the label because, well, to be honest with you, I don't know why I'm no longer on the label. But I know that I just took some time off to finish school or whatnot. And then, in the midst of that, I was in Detroit, and I just got a phone call. Like, I think I was getting ready for prom or something. And they were like, we're going to be letting you go. You're young. You have a bright future ahead of you. The womp talk. And that's how it happened. I was shocked. I was sad because Jay didn't call me himself. Jay Brown called me. And I was, confused because I didn't.
Ray J and Teairra started dating in 2006. Which is notable because that same year, Jay-Z abruptly sacked Teairra from his label. Not long after turning 16, Jay-Z signed Teairra Mari to Def Jam, and in August 2005, she made her debut with Rockefeller Records Presents Teairra Mari. The album was favorably received. It reached its highest position of number 5 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the top R&B and hip-hop albums list. Teairra started recording her second album the next year, but it was unexpectedly stopped in the middle, and she received a call from the label shortly before her high school graduation saying they were dropping her. Teairra claims that she never heard from Jay-Z again. To be honest, I'm not sure why I'm off the label anymore, but I do know that I took a hiatus for a bit to finish school or whatever. It was in the midst of all of that I got a call in Detroit stating, "We're going to be letting you go." They must have assumed I was preparing for prom or something. You are young, and you have a bright future ahead of you. The want conversation. That's the way it happened. I was shocked and upset that Jay hadn't called me. You know, I didn't know why Jay Brown had called, so I was kind of confused. Even though Jay-Z first came across as a father figure, according to Tierra, he suddenly stopped speaking with her. At the time, he was almost like a father figure, but I can't say that now that I don't talk to him. Moreover, he didn't even phone me to wish me farewell. This is interesting because Cassie claims that Diddy behaved in a similar manner when they first met, which is why she filed a lawsuit against him. In order to emphasize their power dynamics and age gaps, Mr. Combs positioned himself early in their working relationship as Mrs. Ventura's guardian and father figure. Anyway, according to the biased report, Beyond found out that Jay had cheated on Tierra by having an affair with her. Rumor has it that Ray J was furious that Jay signed Tierra and wanted her for himself, which is why Jay abandoned her as soon as he signed her. He is also alleged to have put her on a blacklist and hampered her career. Many believe that Tierra's early involvement in the industry is the reason behind his drug issues and time spent in treatment after getting fired from Def Jam. But Tierra isn't the only young woman that Jay-Z is said to have developed. When he first saw Beyonce, he was 28 years old and she was 16. Additionally, it is said that he met Foxy Brown when she was just 14 years old. In addition, there have been recurring claims for years that Jay-Z's death was related to Aaliyah's rejection of his advances. The fact that Jay-Z and R. Kelly were close is commonly known. Dame Dash, Aaliyah's ex-partner, asserts that Jay kept in touch with Kelly despite discovering that she had imposed an illicit marriage on her when she was just 15 years old. Dame Dash went on to say that despite Jay-Z's best efforts, Aaliyah wasn't truly interested in him. Jay-Z was allegedly the one who decided that Beyonce should take Aaliyah's place because he couldn't help but notice that Aaliyah had a thing for Dame Dash when attending these business events. This also happened to be the start of Jay-Z's falling out with Dame, and it resulted in Aaliyah's horrible death in a Bahamas plane crash in 2001. Less than a year after Jay-Z and R. Kelly's joint album, Best of Both Worlds, was released, Jay and Beyonce made their relationship public the same year. It is now rumored that after R. Kelly's misdeeds were made public, Jay-Z's public relations team made a determined attempt to remove any mention of their association. However, other people, like Jaguar Wright, who was there the entire time, refused to remain silent. Notably, Jay-Z started dating Diddy during this time, and the two have stayed friends ever since. They must therefore share a lot. Jaguar claims that they are all alike in how quickly they forget their former acquaintances. She also brought up the fact that Biggie Smalls' death brought in money for Jay and Diddy. The reason behind Jay-Z's new low-key demeanor, according to Jaguar's most recent interview, is that he is much worse than Diddy. Nevertheless, given that Jaguar's story hasn't changed over time, it seems like a lot of people are rooting for her. Furthermore, they assert that Jay-Z will ultimately be exposed, much like Diddy. I think so, a person said. There's a reason Solange doesn't like that dude. He wanted Aaliyah because, like ER. Kelly, she was a teenager. He and AR. Kelly worked together on an album because they were that close. Another fan remarked, Jay's never been loyal to anybody, including his wife and family. That should say a lot. So when they say he gave Foxy and all of them studs, it must be true. But let us know what you make of it all. What really led to Jay-Z and Tiara Marie's breakup? Furthermore, do you agree with Jaguar that Diddy is better than Jay-Z? Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like and comments. Also subscribe our channel for more videos.